Peace and blessings to everybody. This is my first video. My name is Lamarck, or you can call me Alsar, or you can call me Osmos. Those are spiritual names, but I'll get into that a little bit later. I'm making these videos because I'm on the road to recovery, and recovery to me means change. It means changing my life, changing everything that I used to do, changing the people that I hung around, old habits, new ways, just elevation, period. Excuse me. Just ate some jerk chicken, which was hot. Okay, so where did I begin? I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 1981. Probably don't look that old. Just fine with me. Graduated high school. Went to Catholic schools all my life. Pretty much lived in Detroit, Michigan all my life. Not a bad area. It's a well-known area, 7 Mile on the west side. Just grew up a normal kid doing normal stuff. Single parent household. And the reason why I am telling my past is because anybody watching that wants to follow this journey of mine, and as well as me, have to realize where I came from, and where everything started. The craziness, where everything started. But let's see. Well, I fast forwarded 8 years ago. Okay, 30 years old. I'm having a third child in a different relationship, a new relationship. Everything is pretty much going well, until I had a close death in the family. This death in my family was very heartbreaking. It was my cousin. He passed away. He was murdered in Detroit at 23 years old. When I was 29, getting ready to turn 30, I was at wit's end. I'd already been at this time smoking marijuana at this time. I had a full-time job, paying pretty good money for the town I lived in. I was living in Ohio. The cost of living there was pretty cheap, which is Steubenville, Ohio, which is outside of Weirton and Wheeling, off the Ohio River, East Ohio, about 45 minutes from Pittsburgh. But anyhow, I met a young lady there that I came close with, and I stayed with her. She's my kid's mother now. We'll get into that later. So, going through this turmoil, the process, we ended up moving to another building. And when we moved to this other building, I was somewhat of a, I was already somewhat of an introvert. I didn't deal with too many people. I was from out of town for one, and I didn't trust to deal with a lot of people. I had a family there that I dealt with. They was from Chicago, and they basically took me in. I was a part of part of their church ministry, which was the beginning of my spiritual journey. My spiritual awakening was through Christianity. The moral aspect of things was through Christianity, and the outlook of higher self was through Christianity at first. This is how it began. Let's see. Okay, so We're in this apartment. My cousin dies 2010. In this apartment, I freak out. I go to the funeral. I come back home. I'm empty. Immediately before that, though, I stopped going to church. I isolated myself from Christianity. I isolated myself from God. I was at a point where I felt like prayers were not going up the way they were supposed to be coming down, and I just wasn't for the religious thing at that point in time. Somehow we moved to a new building. We get a new building. I'm down and out, but I'm going to work. Down and out, going to work, going to work, going to work. I made a few videos on another channel, tribute to my cousin, letting the pain go through videos. Made a couple little rap songs, you know, a little music or whatever I did, and moved on about my way. So 2011 came. 2011 came. 2000 at the end of 2010, the pregnancy, well, the beginning of 2011, excuse me, the pregnancy of my youngest son. His name is K. We'll just call him K. He before he was born, there was a neighbor in my building. I had seen him before. He had asked me whether or not I drunk, or whether or not I smoked, or anything like that. Prior to, there was some neighbors younger that was next to me that were younger that I used to go smoke weed with. And he used to come peek out the window. So I used to be like, okay, you peeking out the window, okay, what's going on, you know? So I go back to my room, you know, have, blow, smoke weed and shit. Go back to my room. He'd peek out the door and say, "What's up, neighbor? You drink? You smoke? You drink?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know, dog. No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fuck around. So I go into my apartment. I'm still going to work. One day I get off work. My kid's mother isn't home. I think she's at work too at that point in time. So I go outside and smoking me a cigarette. And all of a sudden he come to the door like, "What's up, neighbor?" You know what I'm saying? You drink? I'm like, "Drink? Yeah, I'll drink." He like, "You want to have a beer?" I'm like, "Fuck it. Why not? Go ahead. Let's go have a beer." So I go, had his beer. We go have this beer. And we sitting there, right? So he like, "You smoke?" I'm like, "I smoke." He like, "Yeah, you smoke. I could tell you smoke." I'm like, "Smoke what?" He like, "You smoke." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh nah, nigga, I don't fuck around. I don't smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke crack. I don't do nothing like that." He was like, "Oh, could have fooled me, right?" Immediately, I sensed a little guy was homosexual, obviously. But I ain't got no problems with homosexual. So, he go to the back. I'm sitting up front in the living room. He like, "Come to the back, neighbor." So I go to the back. He in there, like, geeking, like, stuck. So I'm like, "What the fuck?" So he stand up. He like, "Come here." I'm like, "I'm good, bro. I'm finna head out." He like, No, don't open that door. Don't open that door." I'm like, okay, this nigga tweaking. I don't know what he on, so I'm just like leaning out back in the living room. So he like, "Come here, man, and hit this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Hit what, bro? What you talking about?" He like, put this pipe in your mouth and like pull. I'm like, okay, I ain't never tried it before. But fuck it. I smoke weed. I drink. Can't shit fuck me up. I can't be no dope thing. I can't get hooked on this shit. So I pulls it. He like, "Hold it." I'm like, when I let it go, I'm like, immediately it felt like my body was in a whole nother dimension, a whole nother level of whatever the fuck it was. So I'm like, damn. Okay, what the fuck was that? So anyway, that's the story of me first trying the hard drug that took me to get to the point of solitude, clarity, freedom, knowing thyself, spiritual awareness, everything the opposite of dark. I'm everything the opposite of dark now. I'm like everything the opposite of dark. I don't drink. I smoke cigarettes. I drink coffee. I gotta leave the cigarettes alone. But I drink coffee. And that's pretty much it. Caffeine and nicotine. No more crack. No more coke. No more. No more alcohol. Period. So this introduction about me is that I'm a former military. I was expelled from the military. I was in the Navy at 19. And right now I'm just vlogging. This is like a rough summary of me, pretty much. I'm also recovering from being a complete asshole. An asshole. A person fearful of chasing my purpose in life. A person that had been a boy, had been living the life of a little boy, basically, for a substantial amount of time, and never admitted to being a boy, but always felt like I wasn't a man. I always felt like I wasn't there at that point because there was things that I would complain and cry about that I just had no control over, and I don't. So today, I am 38 years old. My life is going in an upward direction now because of the choices that I've made. Excuse me. Because of the choices I'm making now. This is my introduction video, basically. I got a lot of shit to tell you. I got a lot of shit to tell myself. Not only is this for somebody who want to watch, this is actually a story of a lot of things. And one's being honest. I want to thank the universe. I want to thank the viewers. I want to thank life. I want to thank life for being what it is and what it's going to be. And now I'm living life on life terms. Things I can't control, I don't complain about anymore. And restarting is a process. Like to give it all up, to give up a life, almost 8 years of selfishness, self-centeredness, destruction. It's gonna take a while, yeah. It's gonna take a while. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, is that what they say? Like, comment, share. It's gonna be a process. Welcome you to my life. Thank you. Peace and blessings. See you next time.